Hey guys, happy Thursday. So for today's video, I need to create a how-to video over any topic of my choice for my Marketing 375 course. When I was thinking about what I should do, I didn't really know what direction to take. I wanted to do something that I knew I was actually pretty good at, so I'd be good at explaining it. And then I realized I am extremely organized, especially with my coursework in school. I'm pretty OCD about it. Everything has to be exactly how I want it to be. So I'm going to teach you guys today how to keep a very organized and well-planned planner. So I'm going to show you the tools that I use to be successful and then exactly how I plan out my courses, my homework, and all of that. Okay, so there are a few really important things that you have to have when doing this properly. The first thing, obviously, is a planner. This is mine. I got it from TJ Maxx. You can choose any planner of your choice. They have small ones, they have big ones. I prefer a really big one because there's a lot of space to write, and I typically do have a lot of coursework. So I have a big one, and this is what it looks like. Another super important thing is just like a plain notebook. In this, I write down anything that's not planner related but that I need to know. So for example, this is where like my budget is wrote down. So just a plain notebook for any other extra notes that aren't task related or like homework related. I use a notebook for it. The next thing that you need is highlighters of any choice. I have so many colors. These are the Midliners brand. They're very good, highly recommended. So I have highlighters, and then I use like fine point markers to write down my assignments and anything I need. And you'll notice the colors, and having a lot of colors is very important. So make sure that you have that as well. And then I also have fine point pens as well. I don't use the pens as often, but they're more for like fine detailing if I want to do that. So those are all the things that you're going to need to have a successful organized planner. Now let's get into the actual organizing part. So I'm actually going to show you my October full month calendar at a glance, just because since it's over, I don't want to show you November because it's not fully completed. So this is what my full at a glance calendar looks like. On the monthly calendar, I only write down like appointments or tasks or things I need to do, not necessarily homework, but it's here. And then I also write down like exams and quizzes or like projects. Really important assignments will get written down in the full monthly calendar. And how I keep it so organized is right here on the side. So you're going to see I have all of my classes written down, and they're all color coded. So for this course, which is social media marketing, it gets a purple marker, and all of the assignments for this course are written in purple. And then also when those assignments get completed, and I'll show you in the weekly calendars, it gets highlighted over when they're completed with a purple marker. So all of the colors correlate with the class, and I think that really helps me understand what class needs work, how much work is in that class that week, so I can plan out my week appropriately. And then right here, I have other color coding. So for pink highlighter, it's exams. Like I said, I do put that on the full month calendar. Yellow is projects. So any major projects, I don't believe, I did have some this month, so I can show you actually for this course, midterm projects. So it's written in purple, but it's highlighted in yellow because it's an exam, because it was a project, my bad. And then purple is like school related, so for that, it's typically like advising appointments or other things like that that are school related, but they're not homework. And then blue is just other. So for example, I have a dentist appointment on this date, and it was written in blue, and then it should have been highlighted, but it wasn't. So, but you know what I mean. Once you get down to the end of the month, those things become less important, but that's just how the full monthly calendar is done for me and how I like to do it. So now let's get into the weekly calendars. So for the weekly calendars, they look like this, and remember how I was saying with bigger planners, there's so much space, and typically for me, all of my assignments are due on Fridays, so there's always more writing on Fridays. This is just a random week in September, just so I can show you guys. Same thing as the monthly calendar, each has a color, so this is where the assignments actually get written down. Let's just look at this Friday for an example. I had an assignment in every class that I had, so you can see all 4 of the different colors, and then they all got highlighted when they got done. So this really helped me. I also, it's not important, but I also write down, like, I had class that day. This day I had an internship meeting. So like important things get written above it as well. And then I always keep track of what week it is. So right here it was week 4 of the semester, and then I just write myself like an inspirational note to get through the week. It's just the little things, but this is how I stay organized. I never miss an assignment, and I just keep everything planned. Color coordinated is truly key. Having those highlighters and those markers, are they necessary? No, but I genuinely do think that they help. And then just one more note here on the weekend. I always write down what homework needs to get done. I actually don't have any homework that's ever due on weekends. This is just to get ahead of my courses. So for this weekend, I needed to do something with my resume and another assignment. And then also I had to work a Colts game. So I just write down everything in my life that I'm going to do in my planner. That keeps me accountable, but it also just makes sure nothing gets forgotten. I have an easily forgotten memory, so it just makes sure nothing gets forgotten. And you can see throughout the weeks, this was October's calendar. You get the idea. Having a clean and organized planner really helps you succeed in school. It has for me my entire life. Planners have been my entire life. So I really hope that you found this video insightful and that you can take some of the tips and tricks that I taught you today to be successful as well.